You're watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone, and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. We're going to be taking a look at a Rough Rider today. This comes in this box. Barcode. Little blurb there. Model number is RR043. And it's got the RI spelling. So what this is an older Rough Rider. It's discontinued, but still available on Blade Matrix. So you can head over there if you're interested and still pick one of these up, at least for the time being. And I'll give you that information right now. So you can see for just over $12, these are still available on that website. Now you've got here the amber jig bone with the nickel silver bolsters with a ring on either side, horseshoe shield, brass pins. Good look at that color on the handle there. And you got the brass liners, stainless springs, and 440A stainless steel blades. These straight style bolsters. There's the rear blade with no tang stamp at all, just a clip. Match strike pull. And you'll notice there's no swedge on this one. There's a look at the blade edge. Just plain without that swedge. And again, no tang stamp at all on this rear blade. On the front main blade, you got this little Skinner blade or Turkish clip blade, and you get the Red Ryder script on this one for the tang stamp, and then the anvil etch, you can see there. And then on the back you've got China and the 440 razor sharp steel. No half stops or anything like that on these. So this is a the older style Rough Rider, much like many of the older ones. It's a little more basic in terms of the design. There's no swedge, there's no half stop, there's no RT bolster, and these are the straight style bolsters. Now you might be thinking, well, you just picked up one of those cinnamon stag bone classic Copperheads that you just showed, and as I was looking at this knife, I started to realize there were some differences. Firstly, you've got the diagonal style bolsters here, right? And this is the only Rough Rider I have with the straight bolsters. And this design, the new design, is different than the other Rough Riders that I have. So you've got this one, right? Amber jig bone, but it's got diagonal bolsters. Got this new one here, right? With the RT. And it's got the diagonal bolsters. And you got this one here. RT diagonal bolsters. And I've got this one. Diagonal bolsters. RT bolster, and I've got this one again, diagonal RT bolster. So almost all of them I had were this diagonal RT bolster style. Now the thing that this has in common with these is it's the same width. Springs are the same width, the blade stock is the same width, but you get the straight bolsters, all right, which I really like, and it's plain. So aside from these, well, excuse me, aside from that one, the only one that I have that has no RT on it is this one. But it's a different style Copperhead because it's got a wider body. Okay? You can see that this has much wider springs, and I didn't pick up on that when I did the review of this one. So you can see that this is like the older ones. Those are all the same width, but this new one, the cinnamon stag bone, is wider. So in order to get something more like this without the RT bolster, I had to go after an older knife. So decided that was what I would do. And so now you have this RR043, and it's kind of everything I wish these were, with the bolster and the lack of the swedge. You look at the swedge on these, you can see pretty prominent on the blade there. And then on this one, it's just not there. So for those that want a little older style or like the older style, I think this is kind of a cool pickup. Another thing I'll have you look at here is that the weight differences. So I've got a scale out here, and this is going to be in ounces. So you've got a 3-ounce knife there, 3.053. These are going to vary a little bit based on the handle material, but that one's 3.1. That one's 3.1. So most of these are going to be 3.1, 3.1, 3.1, 3.1. So even among the other knives, this is the lightest at 3.0. Okay, but this one, which is wider, the cinnamon stag bone, you're looking at a difference of 0.4 of an ounce. So this one's going to be a little heavier carry, and I just did not pick up on that whenever I did the review of this one. So just thought I would throw that in there, kind of show you some differences with the different series of knives here. So glad I picked that one up, and makes for a little cleaner design than some of these others with the RT on them, as much as I like them. And it's still available, so hey, why not, right? It shines up well, a little polishing on the handles, and yeah, really happy with the blades on this one. Got a nice pull on it. Got a little bit of a lazy half stop here, but it's not really one. It just kind of stops there in the middle. And these have a really nice snap to them, good spring. I'd say right about 7.5, 8. So it makes for a pretty much ideal knife. Really happy with it. The only problem I found is I did get a little crack in the bone there on my model, but hopefully you won't run into that issue. It's pretty mild. Just a real light crack in the handle there on the back. But you can see it, the construction's really good. Don't really have any gaps or anything major, and the blades are well centered, and again the transitions are really good. So yeah, if you're interested in copperheads, then you kind of want a cleaner design, and you wanted something that was lighter than this new release, then that kind of gives you another option. Alright, so head over to Blade Matrix and pick one of these up if you're into that. And that's going to do it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell to be made aware of new videos when they drop. You guys have a fantastic day. Take care.